Can we talk about Freaknik?
I'm in the new documentary. It's coming out very soon on Hulu.
So,
but okay, go ahead, and then I follow.
let's talk about Freaknik.
I caught the tail end of that. In 1997, I came to Atlanta. My brother lived in SWAT.
How old are you, for the record?
I'm 41.
39.
All right.
So we kind of missed it.
I just heard the stories. I never.
Always heard the stories. I actually had the T-shirt. I had the T-shirt, and I remember wearing it to school, and they were like, "You can't wear this."
Because it said freak.
It had the year on it and everything. But I believe Hulu was involved. Mass Appeal was involved. How are you involved in this historical piece of work?
Well, from my understanding, it is about a period of Freaknik, which was 94. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of storytelling about how it originated, et cetera, which it originated with the DC Metro Club. So some guys from DC, a crew from DC actually started Freaknik at the AU Center. But 1994 in specific, Freaknik was when I bought the Big Mac promo to
Big and Craig Mack.
And Craig Mack to the warehouse, which was Funk Clinic Fridays. And then we had the whole weekend, and there was some gunplay with Puff and them, you know what I mean? So it was a whole legendary story on how he was about to fuck my money up for Freaknik. So it's a whole thing. Yeah. And Slim Pickens, big shout out to Slim Pickens. I hope they get the footage from Slim because he has all of it on tape. He actually gave me a piece in my documentary when he was like, Rodney King, and they were fighting by the barricades. That was Puff and Wolf and
rest
all of us. So yeah, rest in peace. But anyway, so that's a whole legendary moment. So that's why I'm in it, because I got one of the most legendary
You're just telling that story.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about Freaknik in general because I came for the first one in 1992. So I covered 92 to 94.
So what exactly was Freaknik?
Freaknik was, where you could be an adult, you know what I'm saying?
It's like a parade, like outside?
No, it's a black college experience like no other, where you could literally be an adult. You got to imagine, you're leaving home.
It's black, so it was for colleges?
It was historically black colleges. This is the biggest cluster here. Morehouse, Spelman, Morris Brown, Clark. Morris Brown was fully functional on a high level, had students, the whole thing there. That's where I went to school. But yeah, so it was the thing. It was like come to Atlanta, Freaknik.
Like a big homecoming.
It was a big homecoming, but it was in the spring. It was actually around now.
In a park?
It started in a park, and then it ended up on the freeway with barbecue pits and all types of nasty shit.
On the freeway?
Oh, yeah.
They shut down the freeway?
Oh, they couldn't
do
it. Atlanta wasn't ready for the traffic. Like they're still not ready for traffic, but.
And it's documented.
It's documented. And people are, I ain't gonna lie to you, this is the biggest non-paid promo I've ever seen in the world for a show.
Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah.
People are
terrified.
There's actually a group of, I believe, professional women now who's suing.
Saw that.
Lawyers, doctors, different,
You saw Yolanda Adams. Did you see the picture? Yolanda Adams.
In Freaknik?
With the butt, not like she wasn't ass out, all respect due, but like she was at Freaknik participating. No, people were outside. Bro, imagine no camcorders, but no cell phone.
Yeah.
So you could be the person you really wanted to be.
It's like
then you're drinking, and you're around people that are from all over the South, historically black colleges. I think it's from New York on down, around to Houston. Everybody came and gathered.
Yeah.
It was the biggest, you could walk outside. It wasn't about clubs. Of course we had parties, but you could be outside and have the time of your life.
So this is the, when I think of it, I think of Adina Howard. And
Freak in the morning, freak.
That became the theme song.
But when I think of Little Kim, when she was like, "You want a cheap chick? You better go on a Freak."
That's later.
Yeah.
By the time that came out,
that was like 98.
That's 97, 98, which was it was over by then.
It was over.
It was over.
They still were trying.
They were trying to do it.
So how they had like a 3-year run?
No, Freaknik went from like the 80s. I forgot their first year.
80s.
Yeah. No, that shit was born,
They put it in the BMF series when they had like how Meech and them
came down. They went down,
and that kind of changed some things as well.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about a few other things before we wrap. You got a film coming out.
Yeah, I've been working
Fight
on
Night.
Yeah, I've been working on this project called Fight Night with Will Packer. It's been about 7-8 years. First had a deal with Universal. Now we're doing it with Peacock. Fight Night is the story about the biggest heist in Georgia history. The backdrop was the Ali Quarry fight in 1970, fresh off the draft dodging situation that Muhammad Ali was in. Mm-hmm. And the fight was here in Atlanta. And there was a guy, numbers runner, hustler named Chicken Man. And then the other character was this detective, first black detective, HD, and how they kind of came together in a way. But Chicken Man was blamed for this robbery that happened the night of the fight. After the fight, all the people got lured to this house, got robbed, stripped down. It was like a wild story.
Oh, they robbed people.
They robbed people, yeah. The Uptown Saturday Night was loosely based on the
Cosby and Portier.
Cosby and Portier. So this is the real story about the real people. And
Like celebrities and stuff?
what?
They got robbed, like celebrities?
Yeah, all types of celebrities, dignitary. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. And Kevin Hart starring in it.
So I saw that Kevin starring in it. What's your role in it? Are you part of the
Co-executive producer.
Co-executive?
Yeah.
So we got film credits now.
Yeah, man. You know, we got stories we want to tell. That's the next phase for me.
I was going to ask that because I feel like for us, I mean, we watched your career, we've interviewed you, we've had a relationship now, but there's things on the bucket list, I guess, or the whiteboard.
Yeah.
That you haven't done yet.
Yeah.
And so that's one of them. Are there some others?
Yeah, I want to tell the Tony Lewis story. For those that don't know, Tony Lewis Sr. was a part of the Rayful Edmonds. He was a co-defendant for Rayful Edmonds, one of the biggest drug dealers from my city where I'm from, Washington, D.C. The first to be taken on Army helicopters to Quantico and locked up. And he did 34 years, man. And he was, super stand-up dude. And he actually has another story outside of just Rayful Edmonds. He was down with Cornell, another big superhero from my era. And obviously he was in the mix of the Alpo, Rich Porter, AZ story too. So looking forward to helping him tell his story.
What's the status of TKBS? I know you went from radio to podcasting, which is a new space for you, podcasting. What's that been like?
Thank you for the inspiration.
Yeah, how's that going for you?
It's been incredible. I started monetizing the second month. I'm a different beast when it comes to that though, because I think a lot of people love the experiential side of what they could do with me. So unlike most people starting out on podcasts, I immediately jumped into benefiting from it. So it's growing steadily, and we have partners like McDonald's, American Express, Discover, Ford.
Not easy,
and again, the experiential things are a blessing too, because although I don't have like EYL numbers yet, it's been very lucrative.
Philanthropy, that's something that's important to you.
Yeah, man, I'm working with Amazon now, man. We actually just gave $40,000 scholarships to STEM students from Clayton County, DeKalb County, and Atlanta Public School System. And that's all I want to do. I want to make a difference in the wealth gap. I want to make a difference in the opportunity gaps that are in our communities. Amazon is allowing me I do public policy consulting for them, which has everything to do with community and the betterment of it. So when it comes to politicians and things of that nature, I'm advising on where we need to show up and how we need to show up.